Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the Virus Edition, a.k.a. the Pandy Pods,
a.k.a. two bros, no garden hose,
a.k.a. one pink microphone, two drink minimum,
I like that one, a.k.a. two Jews, no Rod Carews,
a.k.a. two men, one Afghan between them,
a.k.a. two Jews, no Harmon Killebrews,
a.k.a. one Salmon Couchy, two fans of Fauci,
a.k.a. two Jews, no Spiro Agnews. We are here, we are
a.k.a.
back.
two Jews and a lot of Terry Crews.
We love him.
Love him. All right, should we jump into this?
Let's jump right into a story because we got one and we got stuff to do today.
And a lot of times, again, we do this podcast, which is a daily podcast. We do Dumb People Town, which is a weekly podcast. We do a mini every other Friday. We do Patreon episodes. There is a pool that we are choosing our stories to talk about.
And sometimes they cross over.
We try our best to keep them in three separate buckets, but sometimes a story happens that it's like we have to dip it into every toe. And we'll probably talk a little bit about this week on
View from the Cheap
Seats, our sports podcast that we have with Gar Ryness. But we got to get into this because it's crazy huge. Both of our stories today are kind of those crossover type stories.
Let's get into it.
Speaking of crossover, let's talk about the NBA.
The NBA season has started.
Sports are back, and we kind of briefly talked a little bit about baseball at the beginning of this whole thing. But the NBA is
well, summer camp is back, and as we record this will drop tomorrow after the first night of the restart within the bubble of the NBA season has started. So yeah, so it's
times
eight play-in games and then the playoffs.
Right. It's times like these that you understand, and this story will illustrate this, that NBA players are just young dudes with a lot of money and not a lot of people telling them no.
Right.
That's why a lot of players, you hear like, he's a coach, he's a player's coach, meaning he just doesn't tell them what to, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's this type, he really listens to his player. He doesn't tell him to do anything. And you think, we've always said this about a player and their posse, you should have one no man. On your payroll, and it could be a woman, who their only job is to say, no. Don't do that.
Don't go into this bathroom with this underage girl? No, Ben Roethlisberger, don't do it.
Should I have sex with this Perkins waitress out in a church parking lot?
No, Tiger Woods, do not.
It's going to derail your career for 8 years. Thank God. Thank you, no man.
Thank you.
In the moment, I didn't like you, but
should
now...
I tweet this homophobic? Nope.
Don't do it.
Send it to me first, and then I'll decide if we
don't
need to
do
send
it. Should I tweet make this tweet about Hitler? No, Deshaun Jackson. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because it's gonna create a bunch of other problems that you don't want.
Right.
No man. That's it.
You no man in the posse.
You don't have that. And I wish this next guy had that. I mean, listen, I'd expect, so the bubble, for people who don't know, is that all the NBA teams are living in a bubble in Orlando.
It's not all the teams.
No, just the teams that are
on the verge of the playoffs or already
playoffs.
Mathematically in
22
the playoffs.
teams total,
Yes,
22 out of 30.
Right.
Teams are there. So 8 teams4 from each league got left out. They just had no chance of making in, but 8 teams are vying for 10 teams are in each league are vying for 8 spots.
Right. And there are 8 play-in games to see if at the bottom of the playoff standings there's any movement and new teams can jump in.
Look, so if you have a stake in it and if you have a chance to make it in the playoffs, you're going to want to follow all the protocols.
This is your career.
You don't want to get sick. You want to be there for your teammates. You want to play and you want to do everything by the book. And that should be every player. Look, if you're on the 10th team and it doesn't look like you got a shot, you're Phoenix. All right.
Go ahead. Go have fun.
Make some mistakes. But if you're in it, if you're the Clippers and the Lakers, which were 1 and 2 in the West,
and if you're a significant player on one of those teams,
got to stick to the rules.
Enter Lou Williams. Enter Dragon.
Of the second place LA Clippers. And Lou Williams, for people who don't know Lou Williams won the 6th man award, meaning
and may probably win it again this year.
So the 6th man, there are 5 guys who play on an NBA team on the floor.
Those are known as the starters, the guys who start the game on the floor.
The first guy off the bench to replace a starter is known as the 6th man, and that person can play a lot and can be a spark plug, can be that type of person who can
play half the game.
So Lou Williams is the type of guy who off the bench will score 30 points for your team in a game. And there were times in this season where, Kawhi Leonard, who's the Clippers star, was sat down because
Paul George was hurt.
Right. And then Lou Williams would come and take over a game and win the game for the Clippers. So this is a valuable person on the team. Okay.
Yes.
So he's an important guy. And you want You want him to be protected by the NBA bubble because he's a valuable person in your team.
Of course.
Which maybe bubble shouldn't have been the term used for the area that they're Florida, really Orlando. That's going to put the bubble.
To put the bubble in Florida.
The bubble is like a 30-year-old condom
In Florida.
You're like,
If you put it in Florida, it's like
it looks like it could work, but you know there are going to
theory it could work.
You know there are going to be leaks, and you know there are going to be problems, and then there's going to be a huge problem on your hands, and you don't want to deal with it. So Lou Williams went to go outside the bubble, went through the proper channels to go outside the bubble to go
to
home
Atlanta.
to Atlanta for a friend's funeral. Okay,
fair,
fine, fair enough. I totally understand that you want to be there for your friend. And it's, it's not a great time and the guy's not happy. But that trip then veered from the funeral where he got clearance to go to him making a stop at his favorite strip club, or as he describes it, his favorite wing joint. His favorite strip club, Magic City.
If you're going Magic City. I think a lot of great things happen at the Magic City.
By the way,
club.
that's the way it normally happens in the Jewish religion. Funeral, memorial service, strip club. That's what we call sitting Shiva.
Yeah, lap dance. She sits Shiva.
She's sitting for you.
Yeah.
So he goes to Magic City Strip Club. Nothing good could happen at Magic City Strip
Club. Which, by the way, Shiva in Hebrew means to sit.
Right.
So in English, we're saying sitting.
Yeah,
it almost is like an odd phrase that I've never even examined.
Magic City, at first, I was like, wait a minute. This is a place where magicians gather to show up-close magic card tricks. No, Magic City is...
Magic City Ford would be like where you get a good deal on a Nissan.
That's right. These deals are crazy.
Like, come on down to Magic City.
It has to be about sleight of hand.
Is this your car?
It's like an illusion, these prices, Magic City Ford. No, Magic City as a strip club, Magic really actually does describe the strip club experience because everybody is putting one over on someone else.
They all think they're winning.
The guys who are standing out front, they bark to get you into the club because they said there are hot women in there. Okay, so the guys think, all right, I'm the guy in the front.
Look, I got this sucker to go in.
This sucker to go in. Meanwhile, he's not making any money.
Right.
Then there's the women in the club. The guys who are sitting down get a lap dance. The women get a guy to pay for a lap dance. They sit down on him, and he thinks that girl likes him on some level, whether he knows it or not. He thinks this person is giving me
attention,
and she's putting it over on him, and she's like, I'm getting paid. Meanwhile,
and he doesn't get to really touch me.
The club takes most of the money from the strippers, so the strippers think they're making money and getting one over on that, but the club is getting on it. So it's Magic all the way around.
Yeah,
sleight of hand.
Yes,
sleight of hand in that way. So Lou Williams stops by the club to get wings,
family emergency wings.
You know how you go to a strip club for the food?
Yeah,
nobody goes to a strip club for the food. Portland, a lot of casual stripping. We were there in Portland at a bar, which just happened to be also a strip club, was so bizarre. They had a salad bar right by the stage. The sneeze guard on that salad
especially
bar,
now, that's never going to happen again.
You'll never see that again. But the sneeze guard on that, although strip clubs would probably be the first ones to cart the salad
bring
bar
the food back out.
All right, strip clubs and Golden Corrals.
Yes.
The sneeze guard on that salad bar should be like a bank plexiglass thing where like you put your hands in these
gloves,
the gloves that are like almost plutonic, like space station we're working on, and that's how you use special space
to grab a handful of
croutons and garbanzo beans. You put on anything, and that's how. That's the only way I would eat salad from that salad bar. Is if you had space age technology.
Yes.
To get you your salad from that salad bar.
100%.
No one was wearing a hairnet.
No.
Up top or down low.
Come on.
Well, not a lot of people had hair down there. All right, so strip club. Literally, you don't want food from the strip club.
So he went there to get the wings. According to him, he was just picking up food.
No one goes there except him. He actually has a wing dish named after him there. It's called the Bubble Buster. No, it's not. So Lou Williams was photographed standing, while he was there, he was photographed standing next to white rapper Jack Harlow at Magic City. So there were other people there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know he tried to play it off like no one was there and he's friends with the kitchen and he's got his thing.
He basically just showed up at the kitchen to get his food.
Right.
Right? Wrong.
That's how he got busted. He would have gotten away with this at Magic City. He would have pulled off the trick.
Of course, it's a white rapper. White people have ruined yet another thing.
Right? So Jack Harlow posted the pic of him and Williams on his social media. The NBA found out about it. Lou Williams gets busted. He now has to quarantine for 10 days and miss a few of the games in the ramp-up.
First two games in the ramp-up.
To play. Not good for the Clippers, who are trying to get their seed correct. They want to be the second seed.
They want to stay second seed. And it's tight. Between 2, 3, and 4, it's kind of tight.
If you lose a couple games, you could go down to 5th or 6th seed, which I know you're not playing at home. I know home court advantage doesn't matter, but still, you should want to be... You should want to have it be your home court.
Right.
Harlow took the pic down and then said, quote, "That was an old pic of me and Lou Will. I was just reminiscing because I miss him." Wait, did Lou Williams die? I thought his friend died.
Just reminiscing.
Maybe Lou
Will
Williams.
they reminisce over you?
Well, look, maybe his credibility died.
Right.
But
So
he
this
didn't.
was an old picture of him.
And that's what they're saying. Well, it's hard to hear when you're so deep, digging yourself so deep in a hole. It's hard
right.
to hear what
What
Jack
you're
Harlow
saying.
was saying.
Right.
So the picture, which of course was found, because if you post it online, people are going to screen grab it and people are going to find it.
Yeah.
Showed Williams wearing an NBA issued mask. NBA issued mask. I mean,
It's an old picture.
By the way, kudos to Lou Will for wearing a mask.
I mean, I give him credit for
He's
that.
better than most of Congress right now.
Right. I give him credit for that. But still, you can't now claim that this is an old picture of you and him.
When were the NBA issuing masks? During the SARS outbreak in 2012? Were they doing it back then?
Bird flu, I think.
When
Avian
did
flu.
we get our NBA issued masks? Was it 2003? We
Well,
got the NBA issued
You go
mask?
to the NBA store,
Uh-huh.
and you go online and you
Yeah.
can buy your NBA mask
issued
with
mask.
your favorite player's number on it.
So no, these
This
were
is
just
obviously
these
a
were just
current
issued from the bubble. So
Yeah.
how old of a picture is now? In Jack Harlow's defense, maybe he lives his life like the news cycles.
Right.
So a news cycle comes, another one comes 2 days. 2 days feels like 2 years.
That's an old picture.
I forgot about this guy because 3 new news cycles happened. Okay,
yeah.
I know.
Jack,
maybe.
you're on Politico all the time. You're on HuffPo all the time. There's new news every minute.
How funny would that be if he's like the type of rapper like, "Yo, Jack, get off HuffPost, man. We got a diss track to record, and this studio time ain't cheap.
That's right.
Stop reading Nate Silver's chart projections for the 2020 elections. We got a Zoom interview with Power 106 and Big Boy. Let's go." Just every excuse to absolve Lou Williams in this scenario.
Well, this guy clearly knows he made a mistake, and now you can almost hear the reverse beep 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 of him backtracking.
So were the wings worth it, Jay? Is
No.
it no?
There's no way they're worth it.
Clearly, he cares deeply about not bringing Corona back to the bubble, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
why? He's trying to do everything he can. Zion Williamson, by the way, rookie, had to go home for a family thing.
Right.
Went home, didn't talk about it, came right back, got to his team. Why is he doing it right?
Lou Williams.
Zion Williamson, a guy who broke numerous rules
Yeah.
in college, why is he now following the rules? Maybe he was trying to, and this is what I'll give for Lou Williams. Maybe he was trying to, in a very ham-handed way, make an example out of Dwight Howard, who said, "I don't have to wear my mask in common areas or in
Right.
the bubble."
Right.
And he's like, oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah? I'm going to make you wear a mask.
I'm going to act like such an idiot and show you that there are idiots out there. I'm going to go stop by this wing place. The strippers aren't there. It's just me and the chef and a white rapper. That chef is a very
stretch.
loose term.
Okay.
And I want my wings. It's my favorite wing spot. You know how like it is your favorite wing spot comes above your teammates in the bubble.
And of course, as Lou Williams, I'm sure there's no way anyone would have delivered him those wings.
No.
Had he needed it.
He's got to stop by there first.
Sure.
He's teaching someone. This is a teachable moment. So I don't know the name of Lou Williams' wing dish, but I think we should come up with a new name for the
Yes,
wing dish
I'm down.
to end the story. Okay.
Quarren wings.
Corn wings are good.
Quarren wings is a solid name for Lou.
You got to eat them and then you got to just stay away from everyone for a while.
You need to isolate for a month.
The Bubble Buster, we like that one from before. Wing her, please.
Winger, please.
Wing her, please.
I love it.
Lou Williams winging it. Right? Just
That's
winging
pretty
it.
good. Lou Williams was winging it.
How about Magic City excuse wings?
I like those.
Right?
Winging a prayer.
Wake wings.
Wake
He
wings.
just went to a wake.
Yeah.
Off the bench heaters.
I like those.
Because he heats up fast.
Right.
He heats up fast off the wing. Wing clippers.
Wing clippers. I like.
He's getting his wings clipped.
He
is
is
what I'm saying.
Well, he's the one who's clipping his own wings by not listening to the rules.
He's getting his wings clipped. And I don't like it.
Neither
All
do
right.
I.
There you go, guys. That is the first story. Down in the books as we do. It's a little NBA story. And when we come back, just the dumbest politician in all of Washington right now, the dumbest senator.
Dumbest excuse.
Just an idiot. And we're going to go to understand the context of how dumb this Louie Gohmert is from Texas. We're going to go back and look at some of the 7 most batshit crazy things he's said in the last several years, because it'll give you context for how dumb he is now. This is Sklar Country the Vice Edition. Stay with us.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We want to remind people something new. We joined TikTok.
Yes, we did.
We up on TikTok, yo.
Find us on TikTok. Follow us there. We are at Sklar
Sklar Brothers. Easy to remember.
Everywhere on Twitter. Hope you're enjoying the Instagram post that we're making. We're putting up smaller pieces of these things up on TikTok, so check that out.
Along with some other things, some cheap seats clips and some other fun things.
I think we only have 11 tickets left for the Dumb People Town.
Although we are going to speak to them about possibly releasing more. If you were sitting there going, I forgot to pick up my ticket.
Tweet at us and let us know because we want to get an idea of how many people out there want to come to the show.
We may be able to get 60 more released into the universe.
It's August 15th, Jim Gaffigan, 6:30 West Coast time, 9:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Mountain, and 8:30 Central time. But that is live Dumb People Town at eventbrite.com. There are a couple tickets left. Get them if you can, and if we may release some others, let us know if you get shut out. All right, should we jump into this?
Let's go.
Just when you thought the government, like we talked about the NBA being stupid, and you're
just
like,
when you thought the government couldn't get
but the
more
NBA,
responsible.
The NBA, those guys,
I don't necessarily even fault them.
they have to play on such a high level that all of their time has to be focused on literally skills, plays, the playbook, going to strip clubs to get wings.
Yes.
Going to funerals.
No, but I mean, you do think about NBA players, like their whole life has been consumed by sports.
Yeah.
So when they get the little moment of freedom, they're going to go crazy.
They're going to go hog wild.
And they have money.
This next story, man, hits the bullseye of stupidity has to be explained to be believed. We offer you the assholery, the short-sightedness, the dangerous behavior of Texas Senator Louie Gohmert. This idiot.
Dipshit.
He's an anti-mask wearing Republican senator from Texas who just got coronavirus.
There you go.
Because why, Jay?
He flaunted the fact that he didn't need to wear a mask, and now he got it.
Karma is a disease-riddled bitch, Louie. Just get ready.
Yep.
But I'm sure you'll be fine. I mean, you're not in the age range where a disease like this
wait, you are. You are in that age range.
You read this story, and if I told you the views held here were by a man who sleeps in a dumpster by a Walmart in Odessa, Texas, you'd be like, yeah, sounds about right.
That checks out.
You would say to that person who is in a dumpster, you got to wise up, dummy.
Wake up, wise up, get out, do a new thing with your
Learn
life.
some stuff. But this is your senator.
Here we go.
Representative Louie Gohmert, a Texas Republican who's been walking around the Capitol without a mask, tested positive coronavirus according to multiple sources. So it's not just one source. You can't
deny it.
Claim that it's the mainstream media.
That's right.
You can deny it all you want. Although it will be hard for you to deny anything with a tube stuck down your throat. Gohmert was scheduled to fly to Texas on Wednesday morning with the president and tested positive in a pre-screen at the White House.
Whoops.
The eighth-term Republican, so he's been voted in eight times, told CNN last month that he was not wearing a mask because he was tested regularly for the coronavirus.
Well, testing is prevention, right? Isn't that how that works?
Testing's better than a mask,
right?
Once
you get tested, testing is 80% of the...
Wait, that's never been proven.
Oh, that's right.
That's never been proven.
Sorry, I don't know what I was saying.
You're like the kid who doesn't wear a coat in December in Minneapolis.
Because he doesn't like how it looks on him.
Yeah. He's like, I don't need it.
I don't...
Then you get pneumonia. If I get it, he told CNN in June, you'll never see me without a mask.
Yeah, because you're going to be in intensive care. They're going to have to intubate you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
We'll always see you without a mask.
Yeah.
Unless your mask is oxygen.
Yeah.
Representative Mario Diaz-Balart of Representative from Florida and Representative Neil Dunn, Morgan Griffith, Mike Kelly, Ben McAdams, Tom Rice have all tested positive.
Along with Rand Paul. Let me just throw that out there, too.
Rand Paul, who kind of knew he did and then still went swimming in the
like a club
congressional
more
pool.
People. Yeah, to get more people.
In May, Nancy Pelosi and the Senate Majority Leader turned down the administration's offer of rapid testing for the Capitol. Some lawmakers, mostly Republicans, declined to use face coverings to this day.
While inside the building. Way to set a good example.
And you wonder why grown-ass grandmas just sit down in Costco and feel justified that they can because someone told them to put a mask on. You've seen that.
Oh, I've seen it.
Gohmert attended Tuesday's blockbuster House Judiciary Committee hearing with Attorney General William Barr in person, where lawmakers were seated at some distance from one another. But there's footage of him walking
around before the hearings,
close to Barr. That's one way to quote lower the bar.
Correct.
If you get rid of Barr, can you call it a disbarring?
You totally can. He's been disbarred.
Connie Hare, Gohmert's chief of staff
Connie
declined.
Hair, my favorite movie with Nick Cage.
It's an unbelievable movie.
Connie Hair.
Yep, she's hijacking this thing right here. Gohmert's chief of staff declined to comment, but after the article was published, Gohmert told his aides in person that he had been infected. So he knew that he was infected. Then the Politico article came out, and then he told his staff.
In person. Let me see if, as I'm telling you, I can infect you.
Gather people. Yeah.
Get close, guys. I want to tell you something really important.
In case I didn't spit it, I got to spit this on you right now. Let me spit.
Let me spit a little bit.
Another aide later, one of his aides later emailed Politico and said, quote, a thank you for letting our office know that Louie tested positive for coronavirus. Thank you, Politico, not Louie.
Yeah.
Quote, when you write your story, you can include the fact that Louie requires full staff to be in the office, including 3 interns, so that we would be an example to America on how to open safely, the aide added. Quote, when probing the office, you might want to ask how often people were berated for wearing masks. So,
berated for wearing masks.
And shouldn't have even been there in the first place. Why can't they work from home? Yeah, that's a paragraph of literally shoving a fist up Louie Gohmert's old coronavirus riddled ass. Right there.
It is. He sat on it. Sit and spin on that, man. That's someone from your inside telling it like it is.
Listen, this guy didn't get to be an 8-term senator by coloring inside the lines, people. He has made some of the most batshit. Let's try and understand who this guy is. We just laid out what he did. Let's try and understand who this guy is by his previous words.
Yes.
We got 8 terms to go through some of
and
the
these comments will provide a context for this guy so you understand that this is not out of character.
It's going to make him saying he doesn't believe in science and math that they work
like
it's the
mildest thing.
Right, exactly. Okay. These statements will amaze you to no end. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. And again, I'll just read you the statements to you and you can tell what kind of a
dumpster he comes from.
Right.
Okay.
Number 1, gays will die if you put them on a desert island. I mean, I think anybody will die if you leave them on a desert island. Desert island?
Desert? Is it deserted?
I think it's deserted island. So he screwed that up.
He can't even get the words right.
I mean, how many desert islands are there where it's just straight desert but surrounded by water? Stupid idea.
I think it's deserted island.
If you want a long-term study on what's the best building block for a family, you can take couples, man and wife couples, and put them on an island with everything they need to sustain in society. Take all male couples, put them on an island, everything they need to survive. Take women couples, put them on an island, all they need to survive. Come back in 100 years and see which building blocks have been the most effective in perpetuating their society, and I think you'll have all you need to know. In what scenario would there be an all-gay island? Would that be an all-desert island?
Fire island?
Fire Island, maybe.
Is maybe an all
I don't think they want kids at Fire Island. No. They're having too much fun.
Right.
In no circumstance would there only exist all gay people in this world.
Right.
In what circumstance?
No, he's trying to say,
I think that even in this scenario that you set up, I'm sure that the gay islands would figure out a way to adopt the children from the straight island that had to be given up for custody.
Right.
You know, they lose their custody.
Because of poor parenting.
The Supreme Court thinks it's Jesus because it legalized same-sex marriage. That's another thing that he said. Supreme Court said, we are your God. Forget about what God, Moses, Jesus ever said. Did Moses ever talk about same-sex marriage?
I think he did when he was talking to the burning bush.
Maybe.
It's like, what do we do about all these guys and guys hanging out with each other?
I don't think
keep burning. I have a burning question
Again,
for you,
he's really concerned with what other people are doing and what they're doing and how that affects him.
Yes.
If only he applied that same logic to wearing masks. Appointing an openly gay army secretary is like approving of child rape. This is what he said.
This guy.
Well, like, I love how mad he is about this stuff, but not a peep about Russian bounties on our American soldiers.
He's taking on the true enemies right now. That's what he's going for.
He cares about how negative things affect other people. Christians are being persecuted even though they're 71% of the population.
Not possible.
Not possible. It is not possible. What Christians are being persecuted? Give us an example. You can't.
There is no example.
Have the white supremacists come after the Christians? What is happening right now?
What are you talking about?
That's right.
Christmas is the biggest holiday still.
Right.
There's no you lose.
There's no Black Thursday for Hanukkah.
Right.
I'm against gun control because gay marriage leads to sex with animals. This guy.
I'm against. Now he's put 4 issues together.
That's
I'm
right.
Against gun control because gay marriage leads to sex with animals.
There's no clear place to draw the line once you eliminate the traditional marriage, and it's the same once you start putting limits on what guns can be used, and then it's really easy just to have the laws to make them all illegal. Now, I cannot even follow his dumb argument.
What does
here.
that mean?
I don't know what he means. So he's for gay marriage just like he's for no gun restrictions.
Right.
Or is he against gay marriage? You can't be against one, quote, slippery slope and then for another slippery slope.
Right. Unless he wants to have sex with guns.
8-term senator. 8 terms. If you let gays in the military, they'll massage each other and will be too relaxed to win wars. Yeah.
Well, that seems fair. That actually
Do you
seems
think
like
so?
equality.
Doesn't that?
What are you talking about? No.
You know all the massaging that goes on in basic training. That's the one thing they tell you, guys. We don't want you relaxed.
It's part of basic training is giving each other massages.
Is that? I don't even know. Foreign mothers have babies in the U.S. just to turn them into terrorists. These are things
that a
senator,
an 8-term senator has said.
Right. So the fact that he didn't wear a mask, he said, I talked to a retired FBI agent. That's his source on this.
Yes.
One retired FBI.
By the way, do you know why he says now he's saying he thinks he got the coronavirus from wearing a mask?
From wearing a mask. That's his thing.
Yeah. So now he got it and he's trying to use it to blame it on the mask. That's how dumb this guy is. He's like, I moved it around to get comfortable on my face, and I probably took some of the virus and moved it into my face.
Listen, hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be the last of the quotes that he'll be making ever again. That's
if anyone deserves to go down, this is the guy who
maybe this guy can organize his own RNC. Get your own people together, do it. Put it in Pensacola.
Why do you need a hospital, man?
Don't need.
No. This whole thing's a hoax anyway. Why don't you try to walk off your coronavirus?
It's all a hoax. I agree. All right, guys, that's the show. That's how we do. There we go. That's how we do. Hope you have a great weekend. Relax. Try and spend time with your family. Wear a mask. This is not a hoax. We got the jokes. Stay connected. Stay protected. Don't get infected. We love you guys.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.